CrossFitters train for an array of different disciplines. Hybrid athletes train for a specific strength pursuit and a specific endurance pursuit. But I'm neither. I'm a generalist. What does that mean? Well, that means we attempt to balance the 5 different pillars of becoming a master generalist. Classic strength training, functional bodybuilding, power and athleticism, a functional fitness engine, and adventure readiness. And what does the upper body strength and functional bodybuilding session of a generalist look like? Well, that is what we are looking at today. Okay, so today's upper body session, as I said a second ago, kind of balances strength and functional bodybuilding. It doesn't have one specific objective. They are both tied in there, and it is broken down into 4 separate sections. Section 1, which we have the medicine ball for, is basically a primer. This is what bridges the gap between the warm-up and the main compound, the main heavy lifting portion of the session. This is normally light, short, sharp, snappy, really getting the tissues warm and helping to activate the central nervous system as well. It is not just something that looks a little bit weird and will turn a few heads in the gym. It truly does improve your performance. Moving into the heavy lifting stuff, I'm going to do basically a downward slam into a rotation. I'm going to do 4 of those each side, probably only rest about 30-40 seconds, and 2 or 3 rounds is enough. Let's go. Tick onto section 2, which is the main compound. So basically this is the heavy lifting stuff. I actually have a funny little hack that I've been adopting for the last couple of months with this for my upper body stuff, and that is basically my primary compound lift is always a heavy push movement, but if I superset it with a pull movement and I actually do the pull movement first, I heard that it can, obviously if you get the volume just about right, it activates your lats or the muscles at the back of your shoulder, and from there you can actually help stabilize your shoulder girdle to make you stronger in the push movement. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do some pull-ups. I'm probably only going to do 6 or 8 underhand, but nice and explosive, kind of throw my chest up towards the bar, and then I'm going to do a heavy 5 on some overhead. I'll do 3-4 sets working up to an appropriate weight, a full 2-minute break, and then I'll probably go through 4 times. That is section 2 of the Master Generalist upper body session. Let's go. Doing pretty good actually. 70 kilos is a little bit lighter than I would usually go for 5, but probably the most flipping weight I've actually had on any upper body, on any overhead variation where I've got my feet on the ground, and obviously 2 weeks post-surgery makes sense to still look after it a little bit and be fairly considered. But another 90 seconds, back onto the pull-up bar.
It's been dark way too long in this place. That bright smile long gone been replaced. From ear to ear I see that fear in your face. Tell me when the last time you felt safe, cause there's some evil people in the streets. Evil at your front door, creeping while you sleep. It's time to...
Another 2 minutes, and the 4th and final bit, and then we are moving on to section 3 of this Master Generalist upper body session.
Well, look up. No more running from the bad guy. I'ma stare him in the eye like, what's up? I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get...
Section tres of this upper body session, we are moving into the functional hypertrophy circuit. Now, this is either usually a superset or a tricep. I'm actually doing a tricep today. So I'm going to do a push movement, a pull movement, and then basically something in the middle, which is like a medial delt lat raisey movement. So the push movement, I'm going to do seated, and I'm going to do some alternating Philly press. This is 100% one of my faves. The only difference is, instead of pausing at the bottom, I'm actually going to pause at the top. You think it doesn't make much difference? It fucking does, because I did it a few weeks ago and it basically half the number of reps I could do. So I'm gonna do about 8 each side for that, which is absolutely in the hypertrophy window, because you're doing 8 reps on one arm, but effectively between reps on each arm, you're pausing overhead for a fair amount of time. I am then going to do 15 bent over row just with a barbell, and then I'm gonna do 15 nice light, only 12.5 kilo lat raises. I'm probably gonna aim for between, I don't know, 45 to 60 seconds between-ish, and then just go straight through. I'm definitely gonna get 3 sets done, maybe 4. Energetically, I actually feel okay, but it is just bloody hot. And again, we're in Spain, we're outside, we are under a little bit of cover, but the cover is basically a fucking bed sheet. And considering I can see everything through it, I'm guessing it's not gonna be airtight, watertight, or sunlight tight. So, 3 rounds minimum. We're gonna start with the Philly press. Let's go. round one done. One of the things I usually do in my upper body sessions is have either the main compound push movement and the functional hypertrophy push movement as like one is vertical and one is horizontal. But considering both of them are vertical push movements today, I'm definitely starting to feel it in my shoulders. Although the 4 sets of 5 strict 70 kilos was fine, adding the dumbbells to that and requiring more stability and a little bit more articulation around the joint, it's getting spicy. 1 more minute, round 2.
I'll react if I had to, put some things in the past too, and don't let them distract you, but react if you have to. I'll react if I had to, put some things in the past too, and don't let them distract you, but react if you have to, yeah. React if you have to, yeah. Don't know the time, yeah. Just know that I'm, yeah, one of a kind, yeah. What's on your mind, yeah.
Round 2 done in the bag. Woo! Considering there's another section after this, I'm going to see how I feel after round 3. Oh, right, enough chit chat, 40 seconds. Let's go round.
Too many nights, yeah, not on the right, yeah. I can't be still inside, still inside, still inside. I can't be still inside, still inside, still inside. Too many nights, yeah, not on the right, yeah. Too many nights, yeah, not on the right, yeah. I can't be still inside, still inside, still inside. I can't be still inside, still inside. It's not insomnia, really. I'm not a zombie, a thriller. I'm moving calmly but iller, not playing party until
Shoulders, shoulders, and more fucking shoulders today. Oh man, that's hard work. But I'll leave it on 3 rounds, not do a 4th, because we do indeed have a 4th and final section of the workout, which I'll communicate to you and instruct you on just after I have some water and put my lungs back in my body. Section 4, lovely boys and girls, is the lactic aerobic pump or lap finisher. This is where I do kind of a minimum of 3 exercises in fairly flipping quick succession. Not so many reps of each that you hit complete failure, probably 4 or 5 just shy, but moving straight in and treating it like a circuit. So similar to kind of a CrossFit or functional fitness workout, there is a certain number of rounds for time. So I am going to do 4 rounds for time of, I'm going to do some deficit push-ups, so basically hands on the dumbbells, and that just allows me, instead of stopping here, to get a little bit more stretch, well, kind of at the elbow, but basically more at the shoulder. I get to go a little bit deeper and get my chest to the ground because my hands are slightly higher. So 15 reps of that. I'm then gonna do 15 reps of bent over rows, similar to what I've just done, but a hell of a lot lighter with the dumbbells. And then I'm gonna do 15 each side, so 30 total hanging flutter kicks. So hanging, keep a nice controlled position, pull your knees up, kick your legs out, make sure you've got your balance, and then tiny little kind of flutter kicks moving in a really low bracket. You're not fucking swinging them. You're not trying to charge anything. It's a tiny, 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 tiny movement. The core stays engaged, it stays embraced, and then a little bit of articulation around the hip joint. So 15 each side, 30 total. So it's 3 different exercises only, but I'm gonna do 4 rounds for time. And I think considering the heat, that's probably gonna finish me off. Let's see how I get on section 4.
Up the hill, trying to get a deal, trying to get a meal. Hungry on the beat, hungry so I eat. And I don't know the feet, I only know the heat. I only know the grind, I only know the sweet. Yo, I miss sweat, I only know the best. That's up on my chest, I only know the reps. I only know what's next, nothing more, nothing less. All on my name, I've been watching all the game, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains.
4 rounds done in the bag, and all 4 sections with the primer, with the main compound, with the functional hypertrophy tricep, sometimes done as a tricep, sometimes done as 1 or 2 supersets depending on the volume, and the lactic aerobic pump lap finisher to close us out. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do smash that like button. If you are remotely curious to learn a little bit more about Alchemy Athletic, my brand, and the master generalist system that I've spent the last few years putting together and refining and iterating, then click the link down in the description now. If you have not yet done so, make sure you subscribe. Any questions on anything at all we've covered today, put it down in the comment section below, and I give you my word, I will get back to you personally. And as always, guys, stay strong, stay healthy, stay awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.